Good afternoon. Continuing the journey of prayer and fasting. Yesterday was a difficult day for me with prayer and fasting. Not with prayer, with fasting. I had my lunch, and after lunch, I wanted chocolate. There's no chocolate in my house, no cakes, no cookies, no candies. I was desperate for chocolate, but I don't have any. I look across the street, catty corner out my window, and there's the gelato stand. And it's hot outside, and the little kids and the big people are walking, eating their gelato. And I think, not even a minute, I'll be across the street and I'll have some gelato. Nope, not the thing to do. Don't go after it. Oh my goodness, how I wanted it. But then I think about Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him and he will direct your paths. He didn't direct me across the street. Oh, finally, it continues on. And I'm praying. I'm praying during this time, asking for the strength not to give in to this temptation. So then I read this here short little thing from St. Faustina, from her diary. This is what she said. Who God is in his essence, no one will fathom, neither the mind of angels nor of man. Jesus said to me, get to know God by contemplating his attributes. And that's in her diary, number 30, the entry number 30 on page 17. So I think, okay, I'm going to focus on God now. We're going to turn to God. We're going to get with this here. I end up in the bed, and all night in the bed. All this is going on all night. I'm still struggling. It's like a fight, seriously. But thank God for the iPhone. Thank God that on the iPhone is the Rosary, the Divine Will Mercy Chaplet, the Divine Will readings, the Seven Sorrows Rosary, the Rosary of Our Blessed Mother, all these different prayers. So I crank them up and listen to it. All night long it was just playing in my ear. At one point I hear this song from Chris Christopherson, Why Me, Lord? Oh my goodness, now I am a blubbering, crying 2-year-old little child in the bed with God. I'm just seriously distraught in the bed. Why me, God? Why? Why have you chosen me? Why have you given me this gift of prayer and fasting? You know, it's not normal. People don't just eat one meal a day. This isn't the normal thing. People say to me, you have to eat. I do eat. Once a day. I eat healthy. I'm not encouraging any of you to do what I'm doing, to eat once a day. No, our Blessed Mother suggests twice a week, bread and water. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I heard the Lord tell me to do. I'm doing what I heard my interior voice speak to me, that knower. When you know it's not your own voice, it's a very soft, something subtle that comes into your head that you absolutely know that this is God speaking to you. That's what I'm talking about. So those are the words that I'm following in my head. And when I got the message from God, I said, oh, I can do it. Just like that. Oh, I can do that, God. I was walking along the path I was almost at the cemetery in the back of the church walking up to go to Mass when this message came to me. So anyway, let's move on. Now I'm still in this bed in a fit. Why me, God? Then I hear this inclination in my head again, this very teeny tiny voice, to send it to these 2 friends of mine. So I sent the thing off. I didn't say anything. I just sent the video to them. I said, I'm supposed to send you this video. And I must have fallen off to sleep because this morning I woke up to this soft music playing, and it was scriptures being read. This tender man's voice reading scriptures with this delicate music in the background. I was like, wow. So I missed my early morning walk, but I got up and I went over to Mass and came back home, and I said, okay, God, what are we going to do now? Make a video. All right, so I'm here, and I had taken notes from God. What is it you want me to say in the next video. I've been trying to write it down so it makes sense. This is what I heard the other day. All addictions are an attempt to soothe our restless hearts, our hurt feelings, our abandonment, the rejection, the fears that we can't express with words. I chose chocolate, salty foods. Those were my addictions of choice. And the world doesn't care if I weigh 300 pounds. The world really doesn't care. If I was a heroin addict, if I was a cocaine addict, if I was a thief, if I was a murderer, if I was a pedophile, all these things would be not okay with the world. But if you're 300 pounds morbidly obese and you're ill with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugars, the world doesn't care. Go on, eat more, you know? It's like, how sad is this? That this is, the way we look at our addictions. It's all not okay in the eyes of God. We need to change it. And the only way we can change it, in my opinion, what has worked for me, is when I completely turn my life over to God. And I say that surrender prayer with all my heart and soul. Lord Jesus, I surrender my entire life to you. Take care of it. Take care of everything. Lord Jesus, I surrender my entire life to you. Take care of everything. You do it. And I'll follow you. I'll do whatever you want me to do, but you have to do it for me. I can't do this alone. That's the biggest thing that has changed my life is my surrender. I offer Jesus my broken self, because I'm broken. Right before this video, I was sitting here crying and blowing my nose thinking, how will I ever be able to record this video? I don't know how. But I have to realize that Jesus was a completely human being. He was completely God. So Jesus completely understands my brokenness. He completely understands the fact that I've spent my whole life since my childhood feeling abandoned when my dad opened that gasoline station and my family was there all the time. My childhood revolved around there, and the SA began, and it continued on. And then the darkness, the blackness, if you haven't had to deal with a suicidal ideation your entire life, thank God. But the blackness of it is a dark, dark black hole. And how do you get out of it? Well, I didn't get out of it until 5 years ago. Almost next month, it will be 5 years to the day. We're a month away from a horrible, horrible attempt of mine. But God in His mercy and grace saved me. I'm here to tell you today, I don't care what your addiction is. It doesn't matter. If it's cigarettes, if it's gaming on the computer for hours, if it's anything, it doesn't matter. The point is, anything out of balance in our life has us out of balance. The best thing we can do to get ourselves in order is to pray and to fast. Give our lives over to the care of the God of this great universe who created everything and said it's all good. God created everything and said it's good. The only reason morbid obesity isn't good is because I chose to eat so much food that I stretched my body so much bigger than it's supposed to be. And today I have, thousands of stretch marks on my body. I look like a jigsaw puzzle with all this stretched skin that can no longer go back. The elasticity is out of it. If I was in the United States, I'd be thinking, I need to go for plastic surgery, maybe blah, blah, blah. Here in Medjugorje, no, there's no such, I'm not going for anything. I'm going to look at these scars and these wrinkles on my body, and I'm going to thank Jesus Christ for bringing me through this and for showing me how I can find peace, joy, harmony. I can have everything. Maybe my family doesn't look the way I want it to look. Maybe yours doesn't look the way you want it to look. But guess what? Through forgiveness, forgiving whatever it is in our family, when we forgive it inside my heart, as I have forgiven everything in my heart right now, I know that our family is going to be together one day. I feel it in my heart because I've forgiven it. And I know Jesus is in charge of everything. He has a good life for us, for every one of you. That's all I'm going to say today. I think we should close with Psalm 121, verse 1 and 2. I will lift my eyes to the hills. From whence does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, who made the heavens and the earth. He created everything. He's here for you. He's here for me. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. If he could do it for me, he's going to do it for you. At 75 years old, I have so many sins under my belt, so many things I've done wrong, but Jesus has forgiven me. I ask you, give him a chance. Just try it. Surrender your life. Even if you don't believe, like Chris Christopherson wrote that song, Why Me, Lord? You don't believe? He didn't believe when he got the words to that song. Trust, it will happen if you just turn it over to God. I love you. I send you kisses, hugs, so many prayers. You pray for me, and I'm here praying for all of you every day. I hope that you will like, share, make a comment under this video, please. If there's anything you'd like me to talk about, put it in the comments section. I will definitely respond to you. Have a blessed day. Have a joyful day. Until next time, bye-bye.